Well, Annie, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to come and chat with us this evening for the 2014 Beauty In and Beauty Out Tour. And I know you're happy because you're being honored this evening. So, Annie, can you tell me about your amazing story? You have such an amazing story to tell because you're here in Vegas and you endured a lot of different circumstances being here. And that has helped you to move into such a powerful movement within the Vegas community. Can you talk to me about that?
Yes, well, I came to Vegas actually to be a head class call girl from Minnesota. And it started out when I was a little girl. I just didn't feel loved by my father, so I decided to go to a place where there were bright lights and there was a West Coast atmosphere, and I met a boyfriend that I thought loved me. And the first night that I worked here, I became trafficked. And back then, in the 80s, there was no words for being trafficked. Basically, it was a pimp and a prostitute. So I endured years and years of abuse. And what's really neat about my situation now is that being abused to that extent, either someone snaps and they give up their life and they die, or they fight, they swim to the top of the water and they say, I'm going to live, I'm going to change my life, and I'm going to help other girls like me. And that's what I decided to do with Hookers for Jesus.
Now, how did you get to that point where you wanted to fight? Because I would think there would be moments where you did want to give up.
It's hard to explain, but I like to compare it to being in a place where you've been there so long that you've lost your mind completely and you can't take it anymore. And there's this fight or flight thing that happens. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a huge problem with sex workers, and I had that to a major degree, to where I didn't understand how to function without being dysfunctional. So I had this fake persona. My working name was Fallon, and basically I snapped. Like I said earlier, I couldn't take the abuse anymore. I started doing drugs really heavy, and one day I overdosed on cocaine and pills. And pretty much, I have a background in God. I have a background in Jesus. And so I went back to my roots and prayed and said, God, please help me. Get me out of this. And He was faithful to rescue me out of it. And if it was just my faith step in believing Him that He was going to heal me from all the wounds that happened in my past, that was an incredible miracle in itself, because I was allowing Him to this time. I was instantly delivered from cocaine addiction, pill addiction, and prostitution. And that was August 2nd, 2003. So I'm very inspired by other women and other people that have been places like I have, the Holocaust survivors, the slaves in our own country and in Africa as well. And I'm very inspired by their tenacity to not give up, because I understand what it feels like to be a slave. And that's why I do what I do.
Very interesting. What does this award tonight mean to you and your mission going forward?
Well, this award is really important, I believe, and also I'm a little shocked that I was offered an award, because it's my first one. Yeah. I've been doing this work for 10 years.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. And I never wanted an award. I never tried to ask for one, and so I'm very honored. And I think that it shows the other women out there, this award's not for me. It's for the other women out there like me that are abused, that think they don't have a chance and there's no hope left. I want them to know there is hope left, and that there's more than hope. There's a place where you can come to this mountaintop, look down and say, I've been there, done that, and I'm here to lift you out of the oppression that you came from.
Very nice. Well, I so greatly appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Your mission is one that's extremely beneficial to the community. And I would think at times you may face some challenges when you approach individuals, along the Strip and other parts of Vegas, when you're trying to talk to them and maybe consider converting them to come over and, get a sense that, hey, this is not the be-all, there's so much more for you to do with your life. And here I am, a perfect example of someone who has been able to get out of this industry.
Right. And that happens quite a bit. Some of the girls get pretty shocked when I walk up to them cold turkey and they're working.
Yeah.
The outreaches are really late at night. It's very exciting, actually. I walk up to them and say, hey, girl, how you doing? Are you okay? Are you safe? Security's kind of tight in this hotel tonight. Are you making any money? And hey, I just want to give you my card or want to give you this gift bag just to let you know that when you decide to exit, give us a call. I'm here to be your friend.
Wow.
I'm here to guide you out because I know what you're doing. You don't like it. You can't lie to me or anyone else. No one wants to have thousands of men grope them that they don't know, because that groping is not for anyone. Beautiful love is expressed between two people, and intimacy and gentle touching is appropriate marriage, you know. And so when we sell ourselves and give ourselves away like that, and then hand the money over to a perpetrator that's trafficking us, it makes a person go completely nuts. And I'm living proof that even though I went crazy and I almost lost my mind and I wanted to kill myself, that these girls, no matter what, they're never alone. There's saints and angels in the city that are looking out for them, and that's what we're here for.
Very nice. Well, we greatly appreciate your work that you're doing within the community of Las Vegas, and I'm sure the women as well. It's beneficial for them to see someone who was once there and now presently in a better shape and condition where you can reach out to them and offer them that aid when they are in fact ready to take hold of it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Congratulations again.
Thank you.